again.
Hello, here we go.
Told you guys I would be here all day.
Yes. So I think within the past couple months, in between playing Pokemon and living life, we have all in SoCal VGC become addicted to Splatoon 2.
I wouldn't call it an addiction. That means I have a problem.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid.
But we are managing to launch our first Splatoon side event here, which is super amazing, especially because there is a competitive Splatoon scene for all of you who play out there.
It's really new. I think last year was the first time they had Splatoon World Championships at E3 here in Los Angeles. And they're doing it again this year at PAX East in a couple months, so why not play I don't know when it is. Why not play 2 games competitively from our lovely Nintendo? So we're going to be playing the main version of online gaming, which is called Turf War. Very simple concept. You have to ink more turf than your opponent.
Walls don't count, which I found out my second hour of playing. Somebody was like, why are you inking the walls? And I was like, does it not count? No, it does.
I found that out about 30 hours in, so I think you're good.
But yeah, so this is because we are, setting up between Pokemon rounds. Turf War is going to be the first thing we do, but we are going to have best of 5 between all the competitive ranked modes that you unlock after you hit level 10 on Splatoon. If you're watching this and you're already playing Splatoon and you're like, why are you explaining this to us? We're doing it for anybody else who's waiting for Pokemon again.
We're also trying to figure out and get some setup done. So my favorite weapon in Splatoon, as I have nicknamed it Baby Girl, is the Kenza Splatter Shot. Very simple Slayer frontline gun. I don't know what we call it. I don't know the correct term.
I've kind of go back and forth between a bunch of Slayer weapons. I really like the Kenza. I actually don't know which one I like now. I just got a new N-Zap and it's fun. I'm trying to move away from Tenta missiles and figure out how to do better specials. I wish I had a better way of using octo brushes and whatnot, because I do love the brushes and the rollers. I just find them very difficult for me.
Rollers I love in Turf War. I don't love them anywhere else because they do ink the most turf. But every time I would use a roller, I always lose the matchup. I just roll over people and they roll over me and then I get splatted.
I mean, I do really like the Blabo deck, or the little bathtub one for tower control, because one splash ball or any sort of sprinkler is so nice to have on there, and it's ridiculous. I think I have one tower control games where I put a sprinkler on the tower and I just hide in the ink and wait for my teammates to support me, and it's just cool, thanks for carrying me, guys.
I'm actually trying to learn the Kenza Splatter Shot Pro so I can have Booyah Bomb, and what I love to do in tower control, and I won 3 games in a row doing this, is when you're about 3 seconds away from winning, you throw the Booyah Bomb at the last checkpoint so that everyone around it clears and you win. Yeah. And it's great, and I love it.
I was gonna say, I will say though, out of all the modes in Splatoon, our favorite one is one you can't play, because who doesn't love a good salmon run?
Salmon run! Oh god!
Salmon run is really fun. So for those of you who don't play Splatoon 2 or have no idea what it is, salmon run is a co-op mode where you get random weapons and you work for a bear, essentially, collecting salmon eggs.
Salmon eggs, yep.
It's a player versus environment starter game, and it's really interesting.
Frustrating? Fun. Frustrating.
It's like Pokemon.
It is. It really is. Except this time you can die and grillers kill you. Hello, Kyle.
We're playing Splatoon.
We're playing a different game. What's Pokemon?
We are playing a different game?
We're casting a different. Yes. I'm casting a different game.
Oh, you guys are casting Splatoon games?
Yes.
Yes.
We're live right now. Yes, it is.
Yes.
We're just gonna play one game of Turf War.
Oh, Kyle.
Anyway, guys, so Turf War is gonna be really fun. So
I will say that I have always been a very isolated gamer my whole life. I play story modes. I play Pokemon. That's about it.
Yes.
How are they going to play the next round?
As soon as they finish Turf War.
How long does Turf War take?
5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
3 minutes for Turf War. 5 minutes for ranked.
No, it's not a random. No.
It's better.
It's easier. It's faster. All you do is shoot stuff and paint things, and that's it.
Said.
All right. So anyway.
God. So I will say I've been a very isolated gamer my whole life. I didn't really start playing Pokemon online until a couple months ago when I decided I need to start practicing. But I love playing Splatoon online. It is so easy to learn the basic rules, and then you learn all the nuances.
It's the only game I've ever actually really liked playing that's a shooter game.
Yeah, exactly. And I think what I love about it so much that I didn't realize, it's actually done by the same team that created Animal Crossing. So
Animal Crossing for the Switch win.
Yes, please, thank you. When they finish up working on Splatoon 2 and giving us our lovely monthly Splatfest. But I think. Ooh, are we ready?
Oh,
We'll
heck
just
yeah.
awkwardly stare at Miguel so you can see our beautiful
So
faces.
Miguel doesn't like puns very much, but I told him I'm gonna do my best to make puns in this because the official competitive Splatoon casters make a lot
They
of
do
puns.
puns
and I
all
love
the time,
it.
and it's great.
I want to be
They're
just
so
like
much
them when I grow
fun.
up, guys.
They're also wearing more neon. I couldn't find any neon.
I just wanted to wear this because it's kind of on brand.
Jigglypuffs, yeah.
It's kind of cute.
It's cute.
Yeah.
God, I mean, can you imagine like playing like Jigglypuff in like Smash? Like, who would do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
It sounds super weird if they do that.
Yeah, people
The
who play
cute little
Jigglypuff in
hat.
Smash have no taste.
So Animal Crossing Switch when? Come on, Nintendo, we need it.
So going back on Splatoon.
I don't want to live in real life. I want to live in Animal Crossing.
So going back into Splatoon here, though, we are going to be doing random stages for Turf War. I'm really hoping we get Moray Towers because everybody somehow, for some reason,
I feel like Moray Towers is the iconic one because it is
It's
the
a stage
environment.
it is also a stage in
It is
Smash.
the stage in Smash that everyone knows.
It's a fun stage, I think.
I think it's beautifully designed. I just hate playing in it because
I also
it is
really
very
like
big.
Black Valley Skate Park. I don't know why I love Black Valley Skate Park. It's one of my favorite maps.
I think
I hate Walleye. Walleye is least favorite.
I think my favorite map would be Piranha Pit because
I love Piranha
it's
Pit.
flat and I do really well in flat
Mako Mart.
environments.
Mako
Oh
Mart
yes,
is definitely
Mako Mart.
one. I know for sure you love Mako Mart.
Murder someone in Mako Mart and it's great. I think that's actually where I hit my
14 kills in one game, right?
I think it was my 25 a couple of days later.
All right.
I've never done that again. I've
Not
never had
terrifying.
that kind of luck. I did not have that kind of luck in Splatfest.
All right, so everybody's choosing their teams and their weapons.
So Turf War is going to be 4v4, and there are different kinds of weapons that we'll be explaining as people use them.
If we can remember
Here
them
we
off the
go.
top of our
Here
head.
we go. All right, so we have two teams today playing the TentaCrules, which is mostly made up of our friends in VGC SoCal, and then Runaway Subway from our friends in the Splatoon SoCal Discord. All right, so we're going to be doing yellow versus purple Vikings. Woohoo! And we are ready.
Yeah, so Miguel's got the controller on his side to do spectator sports, or to do the spectator side. So everybody's kind of just inking on their side because, again, the main goal of Turf War is to make sure that you have the most ink right there. If you look at the numbers at the top, that'll tell you how close everybody is to their specials. We've got the airs. We've actually got 2 on the TentaCrules side, and curling bomb launcher already going. So you're launching bombs here that just keep going, and go into the ink to go there. We've also got a bubble blower. So bubble blower, if you pop it with your paint, you get to cover that area as well.
And if your opponent pops it, they disappear.
Ooh, Patrick up in your top right, sorry, Robin up in your top right, getting hit by a tracer up there. So he does have the, what is that? Some sort of top.
We can't see, but of course, it looks like the purple team is in danger as the game is warning us.
Holy crap.
Our Runaway Subway, they are pushing real hard into the purple side. We're gonna climb up the tower, I think. Let's see. So the purple side has lost Ashley and Robin.
Oh, this is gonna
As
be
we are climbing up.
Well, so what's really nice is like the Runaway Subway's definitely got 2 specials ready just in case they want to go deeper into that territory. They're actually all staying in the middle right now because you do have you've got Haley down there who's got your kissing face sort of IGN right there. And we are trying to.
And now we're following Lanaru, our friend Trish. Oh,
we were following her, then she got splatted.
Ooh, she is using one of my favorites, the Splattershot Pro. I do prefer the Kenza version because I love the color scheme a little bit more. Now we are back to Robin, who is pushing. She's trying to push very hard, very hard. No, I said he. He's trying to push very hard. So he prefers what are called sloshers, which are our buckets. Evil. You find that you're really good friends with someone, and then you find out that they use sloshers, and it breaks your heart. It really does.
So here's the hard part about this, though. When you've got something like a Nia Slash-O-Matic, which has the mine, and then it's going to be able to slow you down a lot, which is what's happening here. In that corner right there, you've got the beacon, which tells you when people are hiding in ink as well. So it's kind of easier for them, especially since they've got such a prime position here for the Runaway Subways. They're just pushing really hard deep into purple territory, just covering as much as they can, building up specials, and just sort of overall making sure that the TentaCrules don't really have a way back out here. I mean, you can see in the corner over there, they've got they've got a spot here on Haley, and we've got the bubble blower as well, just kind of covering up here. So this is Starbit that we're looking at right now, going for the jump to go deeper in there. Making sure that she's at a good vantage point to be able to use that splat lane.
Yeah, so it's actually a really common thing to try is try to load up all of your specials and then hit them all one by one so that you can push and sort of team wipe the opponent's team. Now that's Splatling. That is going far. Wow, I did not know Splatlings could go that far.
Yeah. So I mean, we've got like 3 seconds left on here. We're still in danger, and we can see like just
we can
from,
see,
like, the
and that right away, Runaway Subway. Good warm-up game, you guys. Oh. Man, I have been on that purple side way too often. This is a very familiar scene to me. So good job, guys. Runaway Subway. That was a good warm up. I think TentaCrules now knows what they have to do.
Yikes.
But now I think TentaCrules.
We're doing one more?
We're gonna do one more. I think TentaCrules now know sort of what they have to do to get ready.
Yeah.
All right. So how often have we been on the TentaCrules side of the map? Too often.
I try not to be. To be fair, whenever I play Turf War, I'm usually the one who's got the highest paint on my side. I employ the strategy because I obviously don't do competitive Splatoon. I employ the strategy where I shoot, I swim, and if somebody's behind me chasing me, I trust my team and take care of it.
My strategy is I push forward too far, and then I step into bombs, and then I die.
How about you don't do that?
Okay, see, I'm like that D&D character that's trying to earn more XP by running into the cave first. It doesn't work.
That's not how people
work.
But that's not how you dole out XP in D&D.
You can get an XP bonus.
Well, it depends on who your DM is.
So, I didn't say it was a good strategy. I just said that's what my strategy is.
Oh, Snapper! I do not like this map.
Oh, we're gonna do Snapper Canal.
I do not like this.
Do I know this? There's like 50-some maps.
There's only 23.
There's 23?
There's
That's still a lot of maps.
So Snapper Canal is the one with the water in the middle, and it's got a bunch of tarp on it, so it's hard. It's actually a really interesting tower control stage because of the fact that like the tarp makes it so you can't ink it, and it's harder to swim there. And then trying to manage it. We're just waiting on Runaway Subway to kind of lock into their. What are you guys doing? Just lock into your weapons.
He's locking into weapons. I think they're just screwing with us. There we go.
Thanks, guys.
All right, here we go. 3 more minutes into Turf War. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean,
Snapper Canal. Okay.
Do you remember it
I
now?
do know this one now.
The one with all the water in the middle. And
This is a fun tower control one.
Oh, God.
Or I do love this one for Rainmaker.
Oh, interesting.
I've done
So,
Rainmaker once upon a time.
so Patrick is Robin, I guess, actually switching out and is not going for what he usually has, which is going to be the sloshers. So we do see just kind of right away, like Ashley on the TentaCrules side, going to be going far right here, and
oh, Robin, you can't go up there.
Yeah, so the hard part about this one is like when you're trying to go to the other side, you guys have to clear the water as well while you're trying to turf on your own side. And so like right here, we see a lot of people going for the ink mines here. It's going to slow you down as well. And so we've got Xcuber just kind of building up here, and he's got a markdown on somebody on the TentaCrules side. I'm trying to figure out who it is exactly, but there are 2. So this is one of those instances where you want to be really careful about doing a 2v1 situation, but is able to launch an ink storm and make sure that he's able to just kind of keep ahead of the game.
So every weapon, I don't think we've talked about specials really. Oh, every weapon. We lost the game, Miguel. But every weapon has a special that you have to load up. It's going to be in the top right corner. So right now we are watching Xcuber special load up Ink Storm, which you can throw it out, and it'll throw a big cloud of ink that will rain down wherever he or she prefers to shoot it. Every weapon has a different special, has a different sub-special. It is easier team building than Pokemon. You don't have to EV train for hours and hours. You just have to mine chunks to get sub-specials, which can be fun.
I'm definitely trying to figure out how to switch spectators on here.
Okay, yeah, so you're gonna go this way, and then let's go see who's gonna load up the special now.
Oh, definitely not on that side.
Nope.
Yeah, so the other thing too is every time you get splatted or like quote-unquote killed in this game, you do lose some of your special here. So it is kind of the mindset of when you're engaging in a fight with somebody on the other side and you don't think you can win it, are you gonna stay there and then possibly lose some of the build-up you've done in your special? We see Haley here climbing up on the walls, going after the ink armor, making it so you have a little bit more HP here as you're trying to cover up some of the other stuff. We are still in danger here on the purple side for the TentaCrules, and a splat here by the knee of the Splash-O-Matic, and just kind of covering up what the purple team had been able to kind of push forward with. Ooh, that super jump into a splat is gonna be really rough.
How many times have we done that? I have done that so many times.
I'm so scared of people jumping.
All right, there we go. We are back on the Runaway subway side. Let's see what they're doing. He is going up against. Oh, that was Haley.
They're
Sorry,
actually they're actually near the spawn point for the purple side for the TentaCrules. Sure.
They are. That is usually a very bad sign when your opponents are really close to your spawn point. They can't hit you right away at your spawn point, so there's no like super dying and then having to spawn again. But we are in the last 3 seconds, and that is game. I feel like the TentaCrules knew a little bit more, could expect a little bit more.
So, yeah, that's Turf War for now. We'll be going to other game modes in a little bit, but after this, we are going to go back to Pokemon. So,
What's
again,
Pokemon?
it's the other RNG heavy game that you play.
Lovely.
So, yeah.
All right.
I'll still be in this spot in the next, I'll be here for the next, like,
I will
5
not be.
hours.
I will be playing my second round.
I'll be here for the next
this team I
5
played
to 7
once.
hours.
So here we go. Here's the Pro Controller. This is Emotional Support Pikachu. My buddy. Follow him on Twitter at Pikachu Support. He's funnier on Twitter than I am. Probably. Wow, listen to my friend disagree with me. Thank you,
I'm
Regina.
trying this new thing where it's if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
I love you.
Love you too.
Okay, I'm gonna grab Pikachu.
I'll be here for round 2.
Have fun, guys. I will see you back for this Splatoon. Goodbye.
Bye.